Today we're doing our first mock draft for the 2023 NFL season. We're doing full 12-team PPR. We're going to go ahead and just get right into the mock draft and show you guys my thought process and going through the picks. We're going to start off with these picks. A lot of people are saying go receiver early. We're here at pick 8. So in my opinion here with the board that's available, I'm looking at Tyreek Hill and Saquon Barkley. I like Bijan. I'm not ready to take him at 8 just because he is a rookie, and I still think Tyler Algier might get some goal line work and stuff, as great as Bijan is. When we have dudes like Saquon and Tyreek on the board, I like that. I'm going to go Tyreek Hill here just because I think some good running backs might be able to fall back to me. If I can get a Nick Chubb or Josh Jacobs at 205, then that's exactly what I want. So we're going to take Tyreek. I think Tyreek has just as much upside, if not more, than Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs. So I think he's other than Jefferson and Kupp, I think Tyreek Hill's a good dude here. Really high upside just with his athletic ability, his ability to just break 80-yard touchdowns. I mean, that's an easy choice there. Moving up, let's see. We're going to have some great running backs. See, this is why I took Tyreek Hill. Boom, right here. We got Nick Chubb coming back in the second round, the best running back in the NFL. He doesn't get receptions, which is why he's going to fall. But we saw his production last year with awful quarterback play. If we get good quarterback play and they're able to score a little bit more points, I mean, Nick Chubb's the obvious choice here. Starting the draft with Tyreek Hill and Nick Chubb is a dream scenario from the end of the first. Going at 108 and 205, getting an elite receiver and an elite running back. That's exactly what you want. We're coming back up on 308. I want to go receiver here, but if there's a good running back, I'm not against it. Breece Hall is here. Now, Breece Hall, the thing is, this is why you wait to your fantasy draft. It really seems like Dalvin Cook's going to go there, which really hurts Breece Hall because it's just going to be a crowded room, and I think Breece Hall will still be good, but I don't know if I want to take him here at 308 with that. So I don't want to take the risk on Breece Hall. I like Najee and ETN, but I'd rather take a receiver. I really like Chris Olave here, and I think I'm going to go Chris Olave. It's between him and Deebo probably, or I really do like Calvin Ridley, but we're going to go with Chris Olave, the safe pick. I just think incredible rookie season. I think he's going to continue with a really good season. He's a good deep threat, along with just being an incredible route runner that can catch you underneath. He can kind of do it all. So now we're back up here. Ooh, but I was hoping one of ETN or Breece Hall or Najee fell. None of them did. I do like Joe Mixon and J.K. Dobbins as some solid guys. But we're looking at what's available here, which is how I think you should always draft. Don't put yourself in a mold of I'm going zero running back, I'm going zero receiver, I'm going hero. Don't put yourself in a mold of I need to do this draft position. Draft how the board falls, and right now the board is falling where these receivers are still available, so I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to go Deebo. I think we saw when Purdy played, Deebo was a lot better than Ayuk. We saw Ayuk did better with some of the other quarterback play, but when Purdy was in there, Deebo played great. Deebo's an incredible player. Now we got Tyreek, Chris Olave, and Deebo. We got incredible receivers. Now I'm looking at quarterback, tight end, running back, trying to fill out some other roster positions here. Looking at running backs, Alexander Mattison he's staring me right in the face right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and take Alexander Mattison. I think he's gonna be really good this year. We saw he's really good when he replaced Dalvin Cook. He is the lead back. He doesn't have a lot of competition right now. It's him, and I think Dwayne McBride, I believe, is probably going to take over the backup. But, I mean, it's Alexander Madison's backfield behind an offense that should score a decent amount of points. That's just a great pick there. Now, we kind of put ourselves where we filled our starting running backs, starting receivers. Now it's just about getting depth and deciding when we want to attack quarterback or tight end. Looking at quarterbacks still available. Man, there's just still so much talent at quarterback. I don't think I want to force it. Unless I'm getting a Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, or Lamar in the first couple of rounds, I think I'm still on the board of just waiting and grab Anthony Richardson or Geno or Jared Goff later on. I'm not a good strategy you could do is grab Richardson later and then grab a dude like Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, or Geno Smith even later, so that you have a dude in case Richardson doesn't start week 1. You have someone, but that's how I think about it. Looking at tight end, I'm going to go ahead and make sure. I think there's a huge drop-off of tight end after Dallas Goedert, so I'm going to make sure to get him before that drop-off, give myself a good tight end in Dallas Goedert. We know he's incredible after the catch, incredible offensive field. He's going to have up and down weeks, but overall, I think when it comes to total points at the end of the season, he's going to be up there with the rest. And getting Goddard in the 6 is probably the best value at tight end. I mean, him and Waller in the 6 are probably two of the best values if you're looking at where you want to get a tight end. The 6th round, if you can get Goddard or Darren Waller, are great values in my opinion. Now we need to just start filling out depth here, looking at what's coming up. It looks like there's a lot of receiver. I do want some more running back depth, but running backs did fall off. But I do like Antonio Gibson as a dude who I think still has really high PPR upside. Looking at receiver, I think there's a lot more receiver depth, whereas this running back depth is looking very suspect. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and grab Antonio Gibson. I think Antonio Gibson is going to have a solid year this year on that PPR upside. So I'm still in on Antonio Gibson as a solid dude, especially as a backup running back here in the 7th round. Now we'll finally jump into that receiver well that I was just talking about. We got Treylon Burks. Scares me a little because I'm not always been very high on Treylon Burks, especially coming out of the draft. I wasn't very high on him. Then I kind of got high on him because he's the only dude in Tennessee. But now they have DeAndre Hopkins and his value. I'm scared of Tony with injuries. I like Quentin Johnston. For me, his pick comes between you're taking a high upside pick in Zay Flowers, which I have the ability to do considering the fact that I already have Deebo, Olave, and Hill, 3 dudes who I know are going to be good. I can take a risk on a guy like Zay Flowers, or you take a safer pick in Juju, who you know is the number 1 on that team, and go. For me, with how I built this team with 3 really good receivers, I'm going to take the complete flyer on Zay Flowers. He might be like receiver 2 or 3 when it comes to season, but I think Odell will be 1, and then him and Bateman. Someone will step up as 2, but just that upside is worth taking a risk in the 8th round once you already have 3 solid receivers on the team. Coming back up to my pick now. If we want to look at quarterback, I'm going to take my risk on Anthony Richardson here. I think Richardson has such a high upside, and we've already seen things coming out of camp now that he's taking first team reps. He's throwing 60-yard bombs, man. I think Anthony Richardson, I'm really high on Anthony Richardson. I'm trying my heart out to get this dude in Dynasty right now. I'm sending trades left, right, and center to try and get him in Dynasty. If you have in Dynasty, get Anthony Richardson because I think this dude's going to be great because he has that rushing upside of one of the best athletes we've ever seen. So that rushing upside's already there. Plus, if he starts to put together as a passer, it's over, man. So Anthony Richardson, I love that guy. Now moving up, we want more receiver, running back depth. Running back's looking tough. Receiver, we still got some good value. You always do, just with how the receiver landscape is. I might go ahead and take a safe. I could go with a safe guy like Courtland Sutton, who I know is going to be top 2 receiver for a team that should be better than they were last year. So I'm just going to go ahead and take Sutton and just take that. He's going to get playing time. I assume that offense is going to be way better than last year. And he was solid. What were his stats last year? He was solid last year. He wasn't good. But 14, 15, 14. This dude's putting up double digits most weeks last year with one of the worst offenses in the league. The offense is only going to get better, so I think he'll have an even better year. So we'll go ahead and grab him. Now I definitely need some more running back depth. For me, I'm going to go Tyler Algier. I was talking to you about Bijan. Tyler Algier, we know is a good running back. The reason he's falling is because of Bijan Robinson. But if anything were to happen to Bijan, hopefully it doesn't, then Tyler Algier is here. Plus, they run the ball a lot, so we know he's going to get carries. He might get goal line work, too. It's a lot of unknown with Bijan, so there's a chance he still gets a good workload, so I'm fine taking the risk on him there. And then I'm going to double up on running back here, and for me, my next pick is either Deontay Foreman in Chicago, who, for all we know, could easily be the number 1 back there. I don't know. It's between him, Roshan, and Khalil Herbert, but he had a really good year last year. They gave him a 1-year contract, so who knows? They might run the rails off him. So him or Kendre Miller. Kendre Miller kind of scares me because you have 2 guys above him. You're expecting a Kamaric's suspension, but then they still have Jamal Williams, so it's a little up and down. If you want the high upside, I would take Tank Bigsby here. But for me, I still don't have 3 dudes who I'm really sure on. Nick Chubb and Mattison, I'm pretty sure on, but Gibson and Algier, I'm still a little iffy. So I want to get another running back who I know could be good. And I'm going to go Deontay Foreman, a team that we know that wants to run the ball in Chicago. Let's go and get Deontay Foreman. We're coming back up on the clock. I'm not drafting a kicker and a defense, so I'm just drafting players. So you could draft a kicker and defense if you really want to. I'm not doing that. I'm going to go ahead and get my backup quarterback set. If you get Richardson, get another dude who you know is going to start because we don't know if Richardson's going to start. So out of the dudes I know are going to start, you know what? I'm going to take the complete swings. I'm going to go for Sam Howell, dude who we know is going to start this season, but we don't know if he'll finish this season. And then I have a dude with Richardson who I know is going to end this season, but he might not start this season. So these are the perfect dude where Howell can get me through the first couple weeks, Richardson through the last. So I'd never really done that, but that's a good. If you get Richardson, grab Howell because those two dudes' timelines might work up perfectly. Where you start Howell before Richardson might get the starting job. Richardson might start and you're fine, but if not, Howell starts the season, then Richardson will end the season for you. That's a good little combination. Now, let's go ahead and just show you guys some more receivers that you can look at if you want in the last. Some receivers I'm looking at if you want to end the Romeo Doubs, probably receiver 2, maybe probably behind Christian Watson, I would assume, in Green Bay. Nico Collins in Houston might be the receiver 1. That's definitely great value here. I also really like Jalen Hyde as just really high upside kind of pick. He might do nothing, but the high upside's there. For me, I'm going to take Nico Collins. I think he's receiver 1 for CJ Stroud coming in, who's going to be better than what Davis Mills. So I'll go ahead and take a risk on a receiver 1 late. So now if we look at our roster, let me move my webcam here. If we look at my roster here, we got Anthony Richardson at quarterback, great with Sam Howell to pair. Nick Chubb, Alexander Mattison at starting running back. Starting receiver, Tyreek Hill, Chris Olave, Deebo. That's an incredible receiving core. I'd be ecstatic if I had that receiving core. Goddard, really solid tight end. And moving on the bench, we got tons of depth, and you can see all these players here. I didn't draft a backup tight end. That's something you could do there. You can look into that, but that's going to be my draft. We'll go ahead and get some more drafts and fantasy stuff coming out. A lot of college football content coming out. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you so much for watching.